Hello everyone, welcome to the episode number 8 of Q&A series with Suresh GP. Today we are going to talk about our SRE practitioner training and certification. As we talked about in the previous episode, SRE practitioner is the advanced level of training and certification that can be taken by professionals to enhance their career in site reliability engineering. So the site reliability engineering foundation was a 2-day course, whereas the site reliability engineering practitioner is a 3-day course. So while the prerequisite was earlier SRE foundation, but if you have basic level of understanding on site reliability engineering, then you can directly do the site reliability engineering practitioner. As the name suggests, it focuses on building strong capabilities to implement site reliability engineering as a capability in your own organizations. So what do we cover in the 3-day course on site reliability engineering practitioner, and why is it so much in demand? The first thing is there are a lot of anti-patterns in how site reliability engineering is perceived. So we first talk about some of the anti-patterns that will help us to eradicate some of the myths and focus on the best practices of how site reliability engineering should be implemented. Number 2, we talked about SLO is a proxy for customer happiness. So we break down the service level objectives into different aspects. For example, if you have a distributed system, how do we focus on ensuring that we look at SLOs by boundaries? So all of those stuff will be handled in the SLO, which is a proxy for customer happiness. The third section that we would talk about in an area is building secure and reliable systems. Remember, secure, reliable systems also means that you need to look at DevSecOps. How do you inbuild security as part of your pipeline? And that will be more important for us to ensure that your systems are not only reliable, but also resilient as we start to move forward. The next big aspect that we cover in detail is full stack observability. As you know, monitoring is a set of symptoms, but we go over and beyond to talk about observability and various aspects of how to implement observability. The next aspect is about platform site reliability engineering and AIOps. So today, whether you are as a part of a developer, tester, QA, infrastructure architect, they are all trying to be part of an ecosystem called platform engineering. And that will be important for us to manage in how we operate. So that is going to be our next chapter, which is on the 5th chapter of Platform SRE and AIOps. Then we talk about how is incident management changing with site reliability engineering in place. So is the roles going to be different? Are we going to look at moving from workaround to permanent fixes? So we talk about how the world of incident management is going to change with site reliability engineering into practice. Then we talk about chaos engineering. As you know, chaos engineering is an element where we try to test things on live production systems, and that helps us to improvise and move forward. So all of those elements are talked in our 7th chapter, which is on chaos engineering. Last but not the least is the implementation strategy, which we talk about, where SRE is the purest form of implementing DevOps. So there's a lot more in hand when we talk about SRE as a practitioner. And that 3 days course will help you to give all the required knowledge. But also, we do case studies of how do you do sizing from 10,000 users to 20,000 users. How do you do chaos engineering in real practice? How do you implement observability? So there's a lot of practical case studies that gets included as part of the 3-day workshop. So I'm sure that this will give you enough amount of knowledge and experience to be prepared to take on the SRE practitioner journey. So with that, I would say that I hope you are convinced that Site Reliability Engineering Practitioner is much more bigger than what we covered as part of SRE Foundation. And if you're interested to sign up for one of those sessions, please reach out to us in the link below, and we would be more than happy to provide you more details on the upcoming courses. I'm also glad to let you know that as a co-author of the SRE Practitioner, this is one of the best courses I've seen the industry has produced based on the feedback that we have received. So I hope you will take advantage of the SRE Practitioner course and take your career to the next level ahead. Thank you so much for listening to this episode, and I look forward to meeting you again in our next episode of the Q&A series. Until then, thank you very much and goodbye.